thank you, thank you. What's up, Juice Bandit? What's up, Juice? What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Hey, so today's a special day. Today's a special day because we will be celebrating the 555th video on the channel. And so, Kim Dynasty for life. Let me go ahead and get right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Tangential Thoughts Chat Show. I'm your chief. I ain't like how I'm doing that, John. Let me get back right. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Tangential Thoughts Chat Show. I'm your chief, JaHaRaa, leader of the Kim Dynasty and the Spiritual Bandits, because we take our abundance, we don't ask for it, so rightfully ours. And today, we are celebrating the 555th video that's going to be uploaded to the YouTube. And so I just recorded it, one shot, one take, one kill. You know me. I didn't even edit it because I ended up talking for 5 minutes and 55 seconds. And so that video just uploaded. It's going to premiere at 5:55 p.m. And so that's Eastern Standard Time, which is 17:55 military time. So at 5:55 p.m., please make sure that you tap in, tune in, and watch that 5 minutes and 55-second video. You know what I'm saying? And so this live is going to be the 553rd. I just recorded a couple shorts, and I recorded a couple visuals, so I got to edit one more short. I'm going to edit that short, and that's going to be the 554th video. And then I'm going to just chill, and then you're going to see the 555th video. So that video actually ends up being like a tribute and memorial to my screen print frame. If you looking at it, you can't see through it, right? You should be able to see through where you see the dinosaur print at, but it's white. And that's because I left this, I had finally got some white paint and it just wouldn't come out. And I took too long. I left it up there too long and it dried up, and I was washing it. I was trying to wash it out, but it won't coming out. And so if I wash it with hot water, then all the whole frame gonna come out. So I was like, man, forget it. And so as you see, I got my shirts. I did 8 shirts that I for myself. And well, I only got 7 shirts with me, plus the kimono that I did. Well, actually, I let the young boy do the kimono. Guess what? What? And so I got 7 shirts plus the kimono. Those 8 are for myself. Guess what? Not these nuts. What's up with you? What's up with you? What's up, bro? You got some good news for me? And so, what else? So 8 shirts for myself personally. I made 7 shirts with other people, so that was 15 shirts in total. I made 3 pair of pants, and yeah, so I'll be looking to get another screen print frame. I'm going to do this same design. The next time I get a screen print frame, I'm going to do this design. It's just this is now, we got to put this one to rest. You know what I'm saying? We're putting this to rest. We're putting this to rest. And so I'll get another frame. I'll do this design again, and hopefully I'll be able to get some more designs. And so I just wanted to, in the video I was kind of like talking fast. They're trying to roast for having a long distance relationship. I laugh about it. Girls don't know when to shut the fuck up. What they mad about? Why they got an opinion on your relationship? If anything, you and Shorty been talking for a couple months, and it's like, do they have a relationship? Could they handle a long distance relationship? If their person was to try for a long period of time, would they still be in a relationship with that person? How long would that relationship last? There's, you know what I'm saying? And so I commend you on having a long distance relationship, because that really puts it down to, you start to put things in perspective, because you can't spend time with that person. And so y'all got to set time aside out y'all day to hold up on y'all communication. Communication has to be there. People who get to spend time with each other every day and see each other every day, you know what I'm saying? There's just different dynamics. And so if you take away the physical aspect of spending time with a person, how long would that relationship still last? Now, the only thing about long distance relationship is that it's not supposed to always be long distance. At some point, you got to close the distance, get closer, you know what I'm saying, actually see each other and stuff like that. But right now, it's cool. You building it that way. You building the chemistry in a whole nother way and dynamic that some people can't even handle. All right, so some of the shirts though, the kimono is dope. You'll see it. I'm gonna have to put it in. I'm gonna have to make sure I do another video. I'm gonna have to do a short dedicated to wearing that kimono and showing that off. But these were some of my favorite shirts. Well, these are the only shirts I made with it. So I like this one. I took this shirt from Walmart, and then I was looking at the colors on it, and I noticed it didn't really have pink and purple. So I put this up under the sleeve, and I always remember this shirt because my favorite edit of 2023, I wore this shirt. And so that's why I kind of like this one. I like this shirt because this is where I put the design at the most. I put it on the front, I put it on the sleeve, the right side, I put it on the other sleeve, I put it up under this sleeve, and I put it on the back. You know what I'm saying? I put it on the back as well. So that's why I like this shirt. This was the first shirt that I made. Gotta keep up on this shit. Gotta make sure it's still lit. This was the first shirt I made. I really like this one because I got this from either Zoomies or not Zoomies. Hot Topic. If it wasn't Hot Topic, Spencer's. One of them stores. Either Spencer's or Hot Topic. One of them. But this shirt, I like this one because this was the first one I did. The first time. So this is the first time I screen printed. And my first time screen printing, I said, yeah, I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna do 2 colors. So this is the first time I did it. And as you see, I also distressed it. I knifed it up a little bit. I put the knife on it. Boom. So I distressed it. I'm trying to make sure it look good, so you can see the whole thing. All right, boom. Distressed it. And I burnt the sleeves a little bit just for added effect and texture effect, you know what I'm saying, for added visual appeal. And so I hit both sides of this shirt. I hit both sides. And I wasn't expecting to do this shirt. This was the other side. So this is the second time I did it. And then the first time, this is the first cut I made right in the middle of the dinosaur. So boom, this is the second time I did it. And the reason I even did this shirt was because when I left it in the car, I think this shirt right here, if you see it, it has tie-dye on it, and so it'll be bleeding. And I think it bled out on this shirt. And oh yeah, you can tell. It bled on this shirt, so I was like, man, fuck it. I'm gonna just do this shirt too. Nah, I know what it is. They can't handle on this shirt, one, and get jealous when I can. See, you already peeping. You already know where their jealousy is even coming from. So that's why I did this shirt, because it was stained. And so I was like, man, forget it. If it's already stained, let me just go ahead and start hitting it. Boom, boom, boom. And then this shirt, of course, this is the first time I put it on the shoulder. So I put it on the shoulder, put it on the front, and I have a special connection to this shirt because when I burnt my arm, if you can tell, yeah, it's darker right there. Right here, that burn, this was a shirt that I had on. This was a shirt that I had on. So, and that's where that burn mark is. And so this shirt was all white. It was an all white shirt. Then I tie-dyed the sleeve. Then I started cutting up the sleeve, distressing it, and then I finally hit it. Boom. So that's why this is one of my favorite shirts. This one, I was just practicing. I was practicing, and it's a button-up. So this was the first button-up I did. Put it there. And I did this that day. I wanted to see how many I could make, and I made 4 shirts in 10 minutes. And this shirt, and boom, yeah, I did 4 shirts in 10 minutes. Oh, this was one of the shirts too. And the only reason I got this shirt is whatever, because, you know what I'm saying, just practicing what's going to show up good on certain colors and palettes. And I did this one, and I like this shirt because I generally just wear this one for casually. Like, if I'm just going to just have one of my shirts on just casually, or just walk around this on the third, I'll be having this one on because I don't care too much for it. And this one's special because it's the backdrop, you know what I'm saying? It's the backdrop for most of the video. So, boom, boom, boom. All of those, you know what I'm saying, are in commemoration. My first few times trying it out on the screen print frame. Boom, boom, boom. So, rest in peace. It's okay, though. I don't let it bother me. That's good. And I love my girlfriend. Good. And it's gonna always be like that. I don't give a fuck what no one else says. I'm always be loyal to her, for sure, for sure. Loyal to the soil. So, just taking a moment of silence for my first screen print frame. I'm gonna do a 5-second moment of silence. All right, that was my moment of silence. All right, rest in peace. Rest in peace to my first screen print. All right. And so, all right, we got that. That's done. Talked about that for a little bit. Anything else? Updates? Oh, of course. This is the cigar for today. This Big Time Tommy. I'm gonna have to lit one more time. But the reason I even got this one, you see how big it is. No homo. You know what I'm saying? You see how big it is. I like the circumference of it. Boom. That's one. And so I should be able to get a decent smoke time out of it. I ain't even get to light it in the video because I knew it was going to take too long to light this shit up. But I got it because it was blue. I got it because it was blue. And when I'm looking at my bands, I'm looking like, what color does this kind of really need? And so like the reason I got this one, I went for this one was because it got some green in it. It had some adding some green to the palette. And I got a light blue that's like right here, but this is like a really official blue. So I'm gonna add this band will go on the sleeve, and then this one will go into the notebook. This one goes into the notebook. So this was that last cigar band entry in there. And this one actually, I wanted to talk about this because it inspired me. Because the guy, let me just read it, I don't want to get his name wrong. His name is Elmer Cicerone Bautista. And what inspired me about this was because, can you get addicted to cigars like cigarettes? Yes and no. Because, I'm going to come back to that. But what inspired me to, what I liked about this, why did this one inspire me, is because this last part says, it has a little tidbit right here. It says, Cicerone has collaborated with renowned fashion and jewelry designers from Honduras, and now with Oscar Valladares in the exclusive line of cigars. And so, you know me, being because I'm aspiring to be a cigar band artist, I was like, yo, that just inspired me because he's had a collaboration. He was an artist and he had a collaboration with a cigar brand. And that's one of my manifestations. And that just gave me some hope right there. So that was cool. But can you get addicted? Yes. And what are you addicted to? So it's a habit. And it's smoking, right? And so cigars are not healthier than cigarettes. They actually have either more tobacco in it than a cigarette can. That's one. And then it's just the habit of smoking. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're addicted to. So for me, I'll say it like that. The reason I say yes is because you can pick up a habit, and there's people who smoke a cigar every day. You know what I'm saying? They smoke cigars every day. And it's just because that's a habit that they have. And so I say no because it doesn't have to be a habit. It doesn't have to be a habit. You can easily stop, break it for whatever reason. If you don't have the money to get one, how can you still get them? And then you can go extended period of time. For me, I didn't have one. My first cigar was on whatever day it was, but it was like last week or something. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't have one for the whole first starting 2024. So it just depends, bro. It just depends. Let me get this thing lit back up. So am I gonna encourage, here's me being a hypocrite, right? Am I gonna encourage other people to smoke cigars? Maybe, sure, for yeah. I've even, one of my first few episodes of Cigar Talk, the shorty had never smoked a cigar before. And she started smoking one, she smoked her first one with me. And so, you know what I'm saying? I think it's okay. Any habit I think is okay. It's all about moderation. It's all about moderation. How often, the frequency. And if you just live in your life in such a way like, oh, I gotta have this, I gotta have that, that's when you gotta have that discernment to say, you know what, let me chill, let me take a break for a little bit. And this is actually my last cigar. So I'm gonna be chilling for a little bit. And I don't know which song I should use today. I'm either gonna use They Know by Shorty Low or Amazing, Kanye West and Jeezy. I'm gonna have to use that Jeezy verse. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. So I gotta figure out which song I'm gonna use. But right now I recorded a couple visuals, and so I'm gonna just finish. I'm gonna record the last bit. All right. I'm gonna have this joint going while I do the read for today. Cause I ain't get to smoke it in the video, in the 550 video. So I'm gonna get it on live, but I do gotta save some of it for the rest of the visuals. Cause the last parts of the visuals, I just want to step out the car. I did. So I really like the first time I saw, I was like, oh snap. When I started doing like the little music video edits, when I did the turn your click up. So on that turn your click up video, I really like stepping out the car. And so the last short I made with the she make it clap, clap, clap. That video I had to step out the car. Now on this one I got to step out because I hit these pants. I hit these pants, and it was these black pants, and these are my favorite black pants. And so the only thing I don't like about I shouldn't have did was, again, I just be playing with shit, and so I spray painted the tie-dye on it, and that's what kind of got me even caught up, because I spray painted the tie-dye and I didn't like it for real. So, and my lesson learned is the next time I get some black pants that I really like, popping Xanax in my versions is okay. If you can, if I've never had Xanax, but that's something I know that is, I don't know too much about it. However, I will say that it seems that it's a little more, I guess, dangerous. It's a little more dangerous. And so that's something, if you're going to do that and you're going to live, then, because it's some shit, if you do that shit, you ain't going to be able to come back after that. You might die. So if you can do that shit and live, I would say do that maybe like, I don't know, once in a blue moon. All right. Let me go ahead and get ready. Let me do this read. Let me get this read. Let me get started on this read. Well, I ain't gonna encourage Xanax. I feel like that's dangerous for some reason. What do Perkins says? Same thing. Never had it. I don't plan on trying it. And again, I feel like that's more dangerous. I'm a hypocrite. I don't know about Percocets. I don't know about Xanax. From what I've heard, they are dangerous. Even though cigars are dangerous, I heard those shits can take you out if you take too much of those at one time. And so, if you do that again, and you can live, then I would say do that once in a blue moon. Because there's certain things that you do socially. And I don't even know if Xanax and Percocets is something that you can do socially. Or people, they probably do it at them raves and stuff. I've never been to a rave. If I went to one, I wouldn't be taking none of them shits either. I don't know. I've never been in that situation. But I'm all about doing stuff. I just don't like life-threatening things. So I would say do those again once in a blue moon. But I'm not encouraging niggas to go out here and take Xanax and Percocets. I don't want to say I'm encouraging people to do that shit. No. That's not what I'm not going to tell people to do that shit. All right, let's go ahead and do the read. I'm gonna start with the love deck. Because I be forgetting to do this shit. This is the one I be forgetting to do. So we're gonna start with the love deck. What about sipping codeine and lean? Again, never done it. But that's some shit I feel like that's some shit that you can probably do socially at a kickback. You know what I'm saying? And you be in your own little corner, in your own little world, and you kick it. But sipping codeine and lean, again, stuff I never did. I'm a social drinker though too. So I'm not gonna be sitting here. I have taken shots by myself, but I'm not gonna get drunk with myself. And so that's something that I would consider to be a social thing. All right. So start with the love deck. I ain't even talking about my hat. And this is one of my staple hats. This is my staple hat, my trucker hat that I like. Because you know me, I'm building up my outfit. And so I got my NASCAR jacket, I got the trucker hat, the bandana, and then it's gonna be these pants. These are my favorite pants. These are my favorite black pants. And then I got the boots that I got from Walmart, and I spray painted those. And that's because I can wear those anywhere, going through the river, going through the mud. Like, they look tough. So build up my outfit. You feel me? All right, starting with the love deck. First card is the energy that should be let go of. First card is the Alchemist. And the energy that needs to be let go of. And so, alchemy is about changing one thing into another. Some people just talk about, because if you read the book, The Alchemist, you might think it's about turning one metal into gold. But alchemy is just changing one thing into another. In a generic sense, Hennessy mixed with the perk. I'm a fan of Hennessy. I'm not drinking. I do not. If there's Hennessy and something else, I'm drinking something else. Like, I don't like Hennessy. I do not encourage niggas to drink Hennessy. Oh, if it's gonna be liquor, I used to be a Crown Apple, because it was smooth. That was a smooth, something to sip on. If you're gonna just sip casually, I think Crown Apple. If you try to turn up, you want some tequila, get the Casamigos, the Casanegros. The tequila. So I would rather go for tequila. And it's some type of tequila. You know what I'm saying? To sip on casually and you just chilling with people, Crown Apple. That's the shit. Crown is smooth. For if you want to get a little bit turned up and it's on the third, you about to go to a concert, you about to go to a party, get the Casamigos. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the dark version is of that. Hennessy is not good. Hennessy doesn't taste good. I don't know why the fuck Hennessy even has... I don't know who marketed Hennessy to be the staple drink. But back to this Alchemist. In a generic sense, even if you don't understand alchemy, you know that your body alchemizes things. How does it turn you drink bread, you can eat some bread, you can drink milk, and yet none of that, you're not going to pee out milk, and and your body turns that bread into energy, and it changes it into something else, and it doesn't come back out, of course, as bread. That is alchemy right there. That is an instance of alchemy. I think people can understand that generic sense. And so in a worldly sense, you just changing your situation, you changing your mood, your mindset, and stuff like that, that is also alchemy. And so for me, what I'll just say is, because I've been on this process of transforming myself, this time last year, I was a teacher. And then February of last year, I published my book, turning it into an author. I committed another part of my life the last few months from August into whatever, into being like a nomad, an artist, and going on my artist journey. And so now, that was one question I don't have. Like, what am I going to transfer? What am I going to transform into now? And so, I wear a lot of different hats, whether it's an actor, a movie director, an editor, a YouTube content creator, social media, fashion designer. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I went on my whole little thing this morning too. And I had to talk about it quickly, but I can talk about it in more depth here, in the sense that I was ready. Like I said it last night, and I ain't gonna hold you. I cried. Cause I was like, damn, man. It's like you be ready to give up on some shit. And I was like, damn, man, I'm about to just, cause it's always like, are you gonna try one more time? Are you gonna give it another go? And it's like I keep coming back to the art. I keep coming back to the art and trying different stuff. I keep saying, you know what? I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try that. Even with the fashion and shit, it's like, cause somebody asked, if nobody's gonna see your art, would you still do it? What's the purpose in keeping going? What's the purpose in keep trying and keep doing it if there's nothing coming from it? If you can't make a living off your art. And it's like, then it becomes, you got to answer that question. And they're just going to say, it's just what makes me happy. I just like doing it. And so, because then it comes down, well, what if you quit? What if you stop making art? Then who's right? All the people who told you not to do the shit? All the people who projected their own fear, doubt, and worry onto you, right? After you overcame your own insecurity, your own doubt, your own worry, and then you put yourself out there, you embarrass, you put yourself out there for judgment, and then you overcome that, and then you got to overcome everybody else's fear, doubt, worry, and judgment, and you still put it out there, and then you have nothing to show for it. You don't get anything. There's no support. And then it's like, if you quit, who's right? And they're going to look at you like, damn, we told you not to go ahead and do it. We told you not to go ahead and pursue your happiness. And look at you now. And so you got to live with that reality. And so I said, you know what? Even if I got to start over the fuck again and live in this reality, going through this whole process, I learned I couldn't trust you. I learned that you were going to support me when I was in this box. And when I stepped outside the box, you didn't support me. And so that means, was it genuine? Was our connection, was our relationship genuine? And it's people who, and it's like those, I had a conversation with one of my best friends, Fatima. And no matter what happened, and no matter for anything, there was never any judgment, there was never any question. When something happened, it was like, yo, where is he at right now? When I was in that mental asylum and they called them, they said, where is he at? What's going on? They said, well, it's gonna cost this much money, this and the third. It was no question. Here, we're sending the money. Get this nigga out. Get his dogs. Everything, anything that had to happen, there was no question behind them. And when I talked to them again, it was like, yo, every time I get down to a low point, and if it's somebody I can call on and trust on, because you got to figure that shit out. Who's your team? Who's really in your corner? And if it's no going back, like if you, because for me it was like, when that lease ended, there's no going back into a home. There's no going back into an apartment. And when your back is against the wall, who's still going to help you push forward, continue going forward? And that's how I know I can trust them. Where it was certain people who was trying to say, nah, nigga, you about to be in here. You about to do this. And you going to fall on your face and you going to need us. Fuck that. I'm not going to need y'all to do to help me keep going. And so that's why I really appreciate them, because it's people who going to support you no matter what, regardless. And there's no questions asked. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? It's like those homeless people who ask for money. The homeless people who ask for money, right? Some people might look at them and say, what you need it for? Because when you ask somebody for help, you then put yourself in a vulnerable position, and you put that person in a position of power, and they can't question you like, why should I help you? And some people don't want to give homeless people money because they're like, oh, you might go spend it on some drugs. You might go spend it on this. You might go spend it on that. And I'm grateful to be able to say I got people who, if I'm like, yo, if I could tell them what I'm going to spend the money on, or they could just trust and say, you know what? I'm going to just give you this off the whim, off just because. I still support you in whatever your life endeavor. I'm going to let you just keep going. And that's them. You know what I'm saying? That's them. But they trust and believe in me. So that's why I have love for them. Love and loyalty to them. Because my sister and my uncle and my ex-friend, my uncle probably wanted to put me in this position, so I had to go live with that nigga or something. I was going to have to depend on him. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or people who think that, like, once they leave you, you're not going to make it. And you're going to have to come back to them. So, And so I'm gonna look for some jobs and shit. But I'm gonna look for a job. It's still, again, that's gonna help me support me and on this life and make it a way. That's my biggest thing right now, is trying to make a way. Make a way out of no way. But it's starting a new life. But if I'm staying on this path and I'm not changing, and I want to stay as everything I've built up to this far, no more transforming. It's staying on this path of life. And once you're here, navigating from here at this point. In my mind, I feel like I've ascended. And now it's about, even though it may not look, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the Jeep, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not in a home. I'm not in a, you know what I'm saying, a stable structure there. It's like, boom, no more transforming. You're here, you're on this level, figure it out here, build here. And so, energy that needs to be let go of right now is the alchemist. And instead of creating a new world for myself, well, how about this? I have created a new world in reality for myself. And now I need to just, again, stay on this path, but build from here. Continue to build from here in this life. So I don't got to stray away. Because I was ready to quit. I was ready to quit last night, bro. I was ready to quit. But this is just saying, keep going. Not changing. You've transformed. Keep going here. All right? That's what I say for now. Next card is the energy that needs to be kept. So let's see. Energy that needs to be kept. Also, that this alchemist was number 40. 4 plus 0 is 4, which is a stable number for structure and home. Now, we got 37, which is the citizen. 3 plus 7 is a 1, so that is intention. And the citizen is that normal everyday. The citizen's a normal everyday person. But as a citizen, you have certain responsibilities. Xanax mixed with codeine, perks, and Hennessy. Sounds like, I don't know if that sounds like a good time. That sounds like you'll be so inebriated to the point that you're not able to function. That's what that sounds like. And so the citizen's an everyday person. Citizens, that you know that when you in history class, they'll say as a citizen, there's certain responsibilities that you have, and that's like to stay informed. One of your responsibilities as a citizen is to stay informed about, what's going on in society and in current life. And that's why I be trying, but not really too much, because certain stuff would just have you up in arms, like, what the heck is going on in the world? There'd be a lot of stuff going on. And it can just throw you off center in your own emotional equilibrium. And you can become emotionally unstable and mentally unstable. Like, if you just try to keep up with everything that's going on in the world, you have you really questioning life. It can have you mad, sad, or happy just based on what the news going on, because you figure out there's a drug epidemic or a disease epidemic, whatever it is, people getting shot and killed. And one thing I was watching it was like 25 women versus JaHaRaa, and he said Australia was so cool because he said they really don't rock with violence. He said if somebody was to get killed over there, I guess normal over here in the US, but he was like, over there, if somebody was to get killed, it would make national breaking news or something. Like, they don't rock with violence. He was like, Australia is like the US with no violence, no guns, no drug. I don't know about drugs, but it's straight happiness and friendliness over there. They do not rock with violence, bro. He said, just picture the US with no guns and no violence. Just vibes. He said that's how people are over there. Everybody friendly, everybody cool. And so, and the energy that needs to be maintained is that citizen, just normal upkeep of everyday life. And it comes back down to habits. You know what I'm saying? What habits are you having? Do you have as a normal everyday person? And for me, some of the habits that I've been trying, I'm not even gonna say trying, but some of the habits I'm maintaining for me is, content creating, vlogging, getting on YouTube, social media, just posting, editing my art, doing freestyles and stuff. And I wanted, even if I was thinking about, okay, what's my 555th video? I was like, oh, let me make a script. Let me write some shit down. I wrote some shit down, but I wanted to kind of do a freestyle, but that's not how it kind of went. Anyway, so let me see if I can kick a freestyle right now. Let me see if I can get a freestyle real quick. I'll do it on the live. because I didn't get to do it for the 555th video. Let me see if I can do a little freestyle. I want to use the word roses in my freestyle. Oh, that's easy, right? Roll it. All right, quick freestyle just on the spot, just cause, right? Roses are red, violets are blue. I am perfect, and that's sometimes true. Roses are red, violets are blue. I am perfect, and that's sometimes true. Because no absolute can be a whole truth. Roses are red, violets are blue. I am perfect, and that's sometimes true. Because no absolute is always the whole truth. All right, that was my freestyle. Roses are red, violets are blue. I am perfect, and that's sometimes true. Because no absolute is always the whole truth. And that's even the whole thing, right? Can you be perfect all the time? Can you tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth? So help you. All right. Last one for the rose that, and this is the energy that needs to be learned. And now we have 34. And 3 plus 4 is 7. And 7 is a number for perfected thinking, looking back and reflecting. And 34, self. 34, self. Let's go and read that one. Boom. The self. To improve anything at the moment, there needs to be a greater focus on balancing your own life cycles and patterns. You may find they are out of sync with what you feel is normal and whole for you. Things should also become clearer with new information coming away in areas associated with what you most value in life. The self understands that to be whole is to accept that change is within your grasp and be willing to do something about it. They are constantly fine-tuning the balance between consciousness and unconsciousness centered around the ego. Question: what are your limiting beliefs? What are your limiting beliefs? So, let me just put these away so I don't gotta clean up as much. The question is, what are your limiting beliefs? And so, like I just told you, my whole thing as far as like being an artist, limiting beliefs, like surrounding money, for instance. Surrounding money. Can I, will I, should I be a billionaire? Can I, should I, would I be a billionaire? Am I a billionaire? There's a limiting belief, because do I know any billionaires? Personally? And that was one thing I was thinking about, right? Do I know any billionaires personally? Millionaires, whatever. No. So, why would I listen to people who are not billionaires? Millionaires. And for me to even be able to associate myself in that class, in that rank, one, right? There's a limiting belief there, or surrounding money. Always, because you know me, I get money, what am I spending it on? Spending it on cigars, spending it on art supplies. I don't save money. So you got that. What else? Perfect love. You know, people think that love gotta be yeah, I just do not enjoy the smoke on this. It has decent ash. But you know me, sometimes like some of these cigars, like Some of them I can actually, some of them I can at least stand the smoke. Some of them I actually enjoy the smell of it. This one's stinging my nose. But when it comes to like relationships and stuff, some people just think that those struggles are part of it. And I guess so. Maybe. Does it have to be? You know, the limiting belief around finding a perfect love and a perfect match for you. And just thinking that, damn, like, a lot of people are like, yo, damn, is there a perfect person for me? Is there going to be a match for me? And you get with people and you be thinking like it's close. So, but it ain't a dream. Finding that dream love. So there's another limiting belief. So money, perfect love, perfect life, dream life, having those things. But I at least want to always give myself, I want to say I got the courage to, hold up. I'm saying, even saying I got the perfect dog, Bailey. You know what I'm saying? But everybody thinks they got the perfect dog. Everybody thinks they got the perfect dog. So am I going to find a perfect cigar? But you know me, I do want to talk in a positive frame. So one of the advices I've heard, but I watched this video, and she said one way that you can co-create with the universe is by being present and talking in a positive frame, in the present mindsets, and saying that I have. So I'm going to everything I just said. I'm going to go back and say, you know, I'm going to claim it. I am perfect. I have the perfect love. I have the perfect house. I have the perfect home. I have the perfect wife. I have the perfect life. I am a billionaire. I have billions. I have millions. Oh, even talking about like when it comes to kids, right? I have the perfect family. I have the perfect children. I have the perfect son. I have the perfect daughter. Cause I want my daughter to be a dancer. I want my daughter to be a dancer, yeah. And a singer. I want my daughter to be a dancer and a singer. My son, I want him to play some musical instruments. So I want but both. I want my son to be able to play piano, some type of strings, whether that's a cello, violin, or viola, whatever it is. I want him to learn strings. And I'm at least exposing to this shit. I want him to be able to say that he knows how to play this shit and guitar. So I want him to, because those I played with those, but didn't really commit my time, energy, and effort to those. So I would love for them to be able to do it. I'm gonna do it too with them. I'm gonna learn to do it with them as well. And I have the perfect spirit. I have the perfect spirit. I have perfect spirit. I have the perfect mind frame, perfect mentality, perfect mindset. So thank you, 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 thank you. Because I'm also introducing them to spirituality early, you know what I'm saying? Meditating and journaling, reflecting, writing, expressing themselves. All right. Next is the, all right, when we get into the gym for real, the archeo deck. I be seeing these energies pop up. That's why I really do be on the archeo deck. I be forgetting the love deck, but I like the love deck because it asks that question. It asks questions. And then the archeo deck shows you those energies that's gonna be present throughout the day and whatnot. So something to be mindful of. Look out for. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So moving to the archeo deck, what is the, what I want to say? What energy should we embrace and embody that will best help us navigate throughout the day? What energy should we embrace and embody that will best help us navigate throughout the day? The first three is the energy that we should embrace and embody. The first three is the energy that we should embrace and embody. So, which part of us will best serve us for today? First one is the wanderer. And so the wanderer is going to take you on this whole fantastic journey. And if you trust him, then, because you don't know where you're going to go, you don't know where you might end up at. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be fun. It's going to be living in the moment. And if you trust him, he'll take you down this path in this journey. He's going to keep you warm. He's going to keep you safe. He's going to make you laugh. It's very charming energy behind that. It's very exploratory energy behind this. And if you don't trust that he has your best interest at heart, and he's gonna, you know what I'm saying, then he can leave you right where you stand. He can leave you right where you stand, and you'll be forsaken. You'll be lost. You'll be lost. So trust that you are on a good path. Continue to wander. Continue to wander. You never know what you'll stumble upon. You never know the person that you're going to talk to. You never know what instance, what moment you're going to have. And so we got the wanderer. Next one, just want to show itself, is the reflector. And this is about accepting all parts of you, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever, and however you want to perceive it, but accepting you and everything that comes with you, and being, and so I always just try to encourage people, how can you use, of course, we always like to talk about the positive traits. I asked the shorty, I said, well, how would you describe yourself? She said, kind and friendly and, you know, energetic. I said, would your friends say that about you too? She said, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? We'll talk about those good things, but the bad parts of you, if you, because even some people will take your kindness for a weakness. And so it's like, again, how do you translate a bad or a negative, and how does that work and best serve you? You know what I'm saying? But because it's also about acceptance, and so that kindness as a weakness, you still know that you have a good heart, that you're still giving, that you're genuine. So that's, you know what I'm saying, flipping it, even though it's a positive, how can it be a weakness, but then making it back a positive? Or if you're manipulative, or you're controlling, or you're domineering, or you have anger issues, or, you know what I'm saying, it's how can you flip those to be positive? So for me, I know that I can have a slick mouth, I can have certain anger issues. Now, I don't want to say that I have anger issues, but it's like I know that at certain times that's also a protective energy as well, because some people can, again, if they think that you're always going to be kind, or that you're always going to, you know what I'm saying, be agreeable, then somebody can take advantage of that. And if you don't have that other energy that's going to protect you, if you're not going to be able to be angry sometimes, if you're not going to be able to show emotion at certain times, then that can help guard you from a bully, somebody overtaking too much from you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta be able to set those boundaries for yourself. You know what I'm saying? No, that's how sometimes a negative can be a protective energy for you. So the wanderer, the reflector, and one more. And then the awakener. And the awakener is breaking up the mundane patterns and actions that you just kind of go throughout your day and say, oh, I do this. You know what I'm saying? You have this set routine, and you can get bogged down in this routine. Not bogged, not. You just become stagnant. You become stagnant, have a daily routine and daily practice, and it's like day in, day out doing the same things. The awakening is about breaking the monotony of the day. This is about breaking the monotony of the day. So what else I would say about that? Breaking the monotony of the day. So these are the three. And so I guess the energy behind these three would be, say, could you do something that's going to break up the monotony of your day by wandering, just putting yourself in certain instances, certain circumstances, certain situations? Can you create a situation? You know what I'm saying? And then with the reflector, because the reflector is about embracing. Actually, I'm gonna just read the reflector, because it's come out a couple times. So let me read the reflector. Yeah, DJ not burning even. It's not burning even. That's because of boom. You can kind of tell boom. Would I rate this cigar? I don't care for the taste of it. The burn time, I think, is okay and decent. I'm gonna just give it a 7. It's just average for me. A 7 is I would at least smoke it again. It's not my first choice though. It's not gonna be my first choice. There's definitely ones I prefer over this. Yeah, it's a 7. A 7. Because this smoke is stinging my nose, and I would not. Yeah. And it's not bad enough for me to make it into a 6. Because a 6, I wouldn't smoke it again. But it's okay. It's okay. The reflector. is on page 97. 9 plus 7 is 16. 16 is 1 plus 6 is 7. Breaks right down to a 7. Yeah, I ain't highlight nothing in this one. I highlighted something for the poet, but nothing for the reflector. Nothing for the reflector, so we'll see what I like from it this time. So, the reflector. The reflector mirrors you back without distortion, artifice, or bias, showing you as you really are, both inside and out. If you can acknowledge that truth without flinching, then you will have moved a long way towards self-acceptance. Without the reflector's honesty, you will spend your time hiding behind the false armor of wishful thinking. We have struggled in abject loneliness. I'm not sure what the word abject. Instead of an O for object, it's an A for abject. So we have struggled in abject loneliness, trapped on a snowbound mountainside, wrestling with an angel of no man's God. And we are exhausted from trying to hold our fragile self-image. How pointless our resistance when all we crave is truth. The reflector is devoid of artifice and deception. His integrity is flawless, and he offers us relief from the absurdity of false heroics. Neither kind nor cruel, he is our honest twin, stripping away the illusion that entraps us. When we face him, his steady gaze slips like mercury through our pupils, down past our organs and into our central nervous system. From there, it searches out our soul's core. We try to cover our shame, but this stare ignores our prudish defenses. He has come to release us from the dreadful burden of pretense. And when we finally acknowledge that we have been unmasked, a deep laugh breaks free from our belly, releasing our fears into the gutter. All right. So I'm gonna have to relax on this for a bit because I gotta say the last part of this for the visuals, and now all I gotta do is just step out the car with this shit, smoking this shit. That's all I need to get lax. All right. And so the other thing about that was just like, we have this mask that grins and lies, and it's about taking off the mask. It's about taking off the mask and just living in our truth, living in our truth. No more hiding who you are. No more hiding who you are. So I'll say that I guess the energy behind all three of these is doing something, wandering through the day, or, you know what I'm saying, embracing that energy, putting yourself out there, and going a certain place or doing something, talking to a certain person, whatever it is, right, that just breaks up the day, that you kind of certain that you just wouldn't do. That's what those two are about. And as you're doing that, you are showing up as your most authentic self, putting yourself out there and no longer just hiding behind the mask and just showing who you really are. When you go out there and do that, whatever it is that you go out there and do. Now, the next three are external. The next three are external influences and factors. The next three are external influences and factors. We got the lion, which protects you from authoritative rule, and he protects the misused and abused. So not allowing yourself to be subject to rule from someone else or anybody else. So we got the lion. We got the inventor, and the inventor is Leonardo and Archimedes. That's the architect, the builder, the artist, the creative, and finding resourcefulness in everything and fascination with you, yourself, and anything that you have at your disposal and how can you use it. So the lion and the protector, so protecting your creativity, and the illuminator. Nothing grows without the sun. Nothing is, and I was watching this documentary the other day, and he talked about like what is light, and the way he kind of tried to break it down is that things already do exist, and light kind of just exposes it and it just shows that it's already there. It does, like nothing exists if you can't see it, right? Kind of, sort of. But he was saying that it already is there, and so we got shining a light on your creativity and protecting those ideas that you have, protecting your creativity and shining a light on it. And then last three, these are all coming up in external influences and factors. We got the poet that just already kind of show itself, and how the artist and the poet are those two professions. The only thing did they consider that a profession. I think there's only like 6 professions. I'm not even sure if artist and poet are one of them, but they tie those together. And the last movie I just watched, The Origin, it's not called The Origin. Origin, produced by Ava DuVernay, which is based off a book by Isabel Wilkerson. And one thing I noticed in that, it just stuck out to me because they said a writer's journey, and I never heard of a writer's journey. Well, but because it was like, I've heard of an artist's journey. That's me, that's my perspective, my mindset. And I was like, man, well, what is the writer's journey? And it was so crazy because even in there, like, they talked about burning down the library and books, and it's like, wherever they burn books, they also burn man, because there's ideas and thoughts that are encaptured in books. And to burn that is to destroy it. And that was just so, and so even and then it's just like, you're writing and you're creating. I published 2 books this month. And so even if I like just stop doing art and I just focus on writing and reading for a bit, what is that journey like too? What is that journey like as well? Because I feel like I need to sit down and think about, the lessons I learned from the artist journey that I went on, and what I've learned so far from this writer's journey, this poet journey, Arthur journey. We also got the hypocrite. Now the hypocrite uses the laws and the lands they use the laws to their advantage. Sometimes we want people to, everybody has this hypocrite energy in them. They want people to work harder than they do. So I like how Eric Thomas, the motivational hip hop preacher, poet, whatever, motivational speaker, how he talks about, man, who's going to work harder than you for your dreams? And you can't sit here and say that you want a certain life, like a poet and be an artist. Who's going to work harder for you than that? And he says, you got to put yourself into a point of where you got to want it as bad as you want to breathe. And so the little tangent story for that is, I don't even want to mess it up, but he has that story of the guy takes the man to the water, and he says, go out into the water. And he get down, he get his feet into the water. And he says, go further. Then he get around knee deep, keep going, and then he gets height until the water's down to his hips, his waist. He's like, go further. He's like, well, how far you want me to go? And then he get down to his chest, and then he keep going so far into the water that he's now under the water and he's just bobbing for air. And then when he comes back to the land, the guy says, that's how bad you gotta want it. You gotta, he said, what did you, when you were down there under the water, what did you want so bad? You know what I'm saying? He said, I just wanted to breathe. He said, that's how bad you gotta want your life and your dreams. You gotta want it so bad as you want it to breathe. That's all that you can want. You know what I'm saying? So this hypocrite, for people, you know what I'm saying? Because how they can use you to their advantage. They might not want to take care of their kids. So, hey, can you watch my kids for a moment? You know what I'm saying? That's how school's kind of set up. Because niggas got to go live their lives, and they got to have these jobs. So who's going to watch their kids? You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? And if you be around kids long enough, bro, they do not stop talking. They just keep going. You want your kid to be quiet. So what do? You give them an iPad or some shit or a tablet. Like, shh, I ain't got to think about, this kid is going to shut up and stop talking if I give him an iPad or a cell phone. It's like a pacifier. Electronics are like a pacifier for kids, yo. TV. I'm just sit them in front of the TV so I ain't got to deal with them. Or, I don't feel like cleaning this. Can you clean this for me? Or, that's what the CEO and the boss does. Is like, yeah, I could do this shit, but I'm gonna have you do this shit. And how they talk about, you got the A student, the B student, and the C student. And who ends up running this shit? The C student. Because they barely get by, they barely scrape by, they living on the bare minimum. The A student is the smart, lazy motherfucker. And so the C student is like, well, bitch, I'm gonna get you to do this shit, and because you're smart and this is all the fuck you want to do. So I'm gonna just have you use your intelligence this way. You know what I'm saying? The autistic person who only likes to do certain things. They only like to do art. They only like to write. They only like to build computers. They only like to do gaming and shit. But they don't have the business mindset. So the C person gets the A and the B people to work for them. You know what I'm saying? So this is that hypocrite energy. It's that hypocrite energy. That's those bosses and CEOs be the C's. And then last but not least, whew. Ooh, we got the demon. And the demon, he's going to give you the cup. He's going to give you everything that you want. And he ain't going to force you to drink it. He's just going to put it in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about this one is about indulgence. And because if you think indulgence is your birthright, then that's how you fall prey and trap. And so this is being able to have limits, because it's about being able to understand what's being offered and presented to you, and if you got to be able to know, even if you like to drink, you got to be able to know your limit. If you like to smoke, you got to be able to know your limit. And if you don't know your limit and you just indulge, that's how you become addicted. That's how you build an unhealthy habit. So we got this one, we got this demon, we got some factors, and then we got this poet as well. Oh, it's a little cold in this bitch. Yeah, just put it on my foot. Alright, I guess the message in these ones, tying these two together. I'll say for these ones right here, just for these ones right here, I just had, the only thing that's coming to mind is like this opportunity that came to me, right? It was an opportunity where I could make some money. But I would have had to do more physical labor, you know what I'm saying? Because I was gonna have to split the money, and I would have been in a position where I would have had to do more of the physical labor, but I turned it down because like just getting this money, right, would have allowed me to, like, with that money I can get another spring print, I can get more cigars, and I could have ordered more of my books. But I didn't want to be the person having to do more of the physical labor. And you know what I'm saying? So that's how that hypocrite, because I would have had to been used by somebody else to do more of the physical labor. However, it was tempting. It was a tempting offer because, you know what I'm saying, how do I make money? How do you make money? How do you earn money? That's the thing, right? You know, who makes money? The people at the mint. They make money. They really, you know what I'm saying? But creating and generating it, I just had this opportunity to do that, and I kind of, you know what I'm saying, talked myself out and turned it down, but just because it's a notion, right? This notion that, let's say, how do I say it? And I'm saying that because I could use that instance and the opportunity to help myself create more. But there's this slight notion that, let's say, I turn down this offer, right? Then if I think that this abundance is for me, right? That this abundance is for me, then I'll still have another opportunity. It'll still come to me. Like Denzel talked about, he had the opportunity to do a movie. I see the Extinction car right here. You know what I'm saying? This is still flying high above the law. But Denzel said he had the opportunity to make a movie. Yeah, he's going into acting, but he said, a piece of advice he said was, well, what somebody told him was, your first 4 movies kind of will dictate how your career goes. And in this movie, he would have had to be lynched. And he was like, I'm not going to do it. And so Denzel is somebody that you can trust and believe, right? That's a millionaire. And he already said what? What did he say? He turned down that opportunity and went down and took another opportunity later. And he still got to where he was going to go. You know what I'm saying? He still got to go where he was going to go. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have faith that if I turn down this opportunity, then I'll still have this abundance that's going to come to me, but it'll come to me in another way, another form that makes me feel okay. You know what I'm saying? That I'm more comfortable with. Because it's about compromising yourself. It's like, in the long run, you're going to think back to say, damn, man, I was still going to get to where I got to go. And did I have to cut corners to get there? Did I have to cut corners to get there? All right. Now, we can move into the tarot portion. these three up. All right, boom. Got the OG deck, the Shadow deck, and the Playtime deck. I'm gonna go in order. The first deck I got was my OG deck. So, first card that came out was the Alchemist, who's number 40. 4 plus 0 breaks down to a 4. First card I see is the 4 of Wands. And what does this see? You see two people celebrating happiness and achievement. Yeah, everything in alignment. So, whew. All right. King of Pentacles wanted to show itself. All right. Damn, justice. Balance and fairness. All right, so what is the advice for today? What is the energy we should embrace and embody? What is the advice for today? What is the energy we should embrace? King of Swords. King's popping out. I am king. All right. I am Pharaoh. I am Caesar. I am Tsar. That Russian, how do you pronounce the Russian one with that? Because it's Tsar, but it's still Tsar. JaHaRaa. Chief JaHaRaa. Chief, I am chief. I'm trying to think of all those. Dictator, monarch. I am monarch, I am dictator, I am chief, I am king, I am pharaoh, I am czar. Yeah. I am God, I am ruler. All of those titles. I am president. All right. Okay. What is the advice for today? What is the energy we should embrace and embody? What is the advice for today? What is the energy we should embrace and embody? All right. Told you we had that. The last one that came out on the Rose deck was that 34, which is 3 plus 4 is 7. And now we got this 7. This is the 7 of Wands. Wands is Aries, Leo, Sag. That's fire energy. And this is setting up boundaries and protecting what you know what I'm saying, with Wands. Your creative passions, pursuits, and endeavors. This is about, you know what I'm saying, protecting that and defending that. So, got the 7 of Wands. What is the advice for that? What is the energy we should embrace and embody? We already had that demon that just came out there, and now it's the devil here. And now this devil is Capricorn energy. This is temptations, vices, and addictions. Temptations, vices, and addictions. We're going to clarify that. We'll see what comes out with that. And then one more. The King of Swords comes right back out. King of Swords. Swords is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And now this is, again, this is intelligence, this is wisdom, and knowledge. And so it's a court card, can represent a person. And so with this one, this is, you know what I'm saying, if you're embracing this energy, it's having that mindset to solve any I don't want to say problem, but I said it anyway, right? But this is just being able to use your wisdom, your knowledge to solve or using your ideas to, I don't know another word for solving a problem. It's not solving a problem. Creating situations. I don't know. Yes, there's a lot of energy, wisdom, and behind this card. There's a lot of energy and wisdom behind that card. So I have to poop. Bruh, somebody finish this so I can go poop, bruh, and finish my drink. But damn, bottom of that, we got the 7, another 7. So we already had the 7 of Wands, now we got the 7 of Swords, and now again, this is a card of tactics because he's stealing his swords from the encampment over here so they can't use them against him. And so again, I'm gonna just add some clarity to this, and then we just keep going. All right, so I'm gonna figure this out. Cause I know the only other, as far as like ideas, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what the King of Wands is, moving forward with the ideas that you have, and so like I'm gonna make my short for today. I gotta make my short for today, and things I was just thinking about is stepping out the car 3 times. This jacket, leather jacket, and my poncho. Now, let's go ahead and move to the shadow deck. The shadow deck was the second deck that I got. So I had my OG deck, that was the first deck I got. Because today is commemorating my 555th video, so it's just attributing everything. Not attributing everything, but everything is in alignment, you know what I'm saying? Everything we built so far to create this life, this world, I've created so far. Alright, clarifying this 7 of Wands, clarifying the 7 of Wands, clarifying the 7 of Wands. Moving to the shadow deck, moving to the shadow deck. Even my shadow deck got roses on the back of them. You know what I'm saying? So that's fine. That's fine. And we had the reflector come out. We had the reflector that came out too. You know what I'm saying? And that was black and white. So 7 of Wands. Damn, 7 of Wands clarified by the 8 of Wands. 7 of Wands clarified by the 8 of Wands. So again, everything in alignment. And this, sometimes they say this is communication as well. You know what I'm saying? And even in my playtime deck, there's witches that's on all of these, riding these brooms. And so that sometimes that talks about people, you know what I'm saying, helping you on your path with what you are creating. Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, fire energy, your creative passions and pursuits. So 7 of Wands clarified by the 8 of Wands. That's dope. And then let's see. We got the Devil, clarifying this Devil, clarifying this Devil. See 2 cards, see 2 cards. Queen of Pentacles, so Devil, Earth energy. Queen of Pentacles, more Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And so, but she's also nurturing. She's very nurturing. You see how she just has this 1 pentacle in her hand? And then even that bunny right here, this bunny talks about fertility and abundance. You know what I'm saying? With rabbits, if you don't know rabbits, but rabbits populate and spread like they, you know what I'm saying? People talk about, even you having sex with somebody, y'all be getting it in like rabbits, just keep fucking, you know what I'm saying? Boom, so you got this rabbit here, and with that, with this Devil energy, and then you got this King of Swords, so with that, that's like the abundance with the ideas. And then there's this, we also got the 6 of Cups. And now the 6 of Cups is like you see how this is nurturing energy here. What are you nurturing? And Cups is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but that also refers to your emotions and relationships and balance of give. How much are you giving to what you are creating? You know what I'm saying? and working on. And then last but not least, with the King of Swords. King of Swords. King of Swords. Clarifying the King of Swords. Clarifying the King of Swords. Clarifying the King of Swords. Judgment. And judgment, these people are coming from the coffin, the tombs, and awakening to this brand new life here. We got Archangel Gabriel. And so even with like communication, right? You got the swords, which is, you know what I'm saying, communication. And you got the Eight of Wands too. And so things working out in divine time. And your ideas. King of Swords, that intellectual. And then you got waking up to a brand new life here. Again, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna just keep going. Because we also had the what? The Wanderer. And it's like, all right, keep going. And then you figure it out at the end. Where we going? Where we getting to? What's this brand new life? Bottom of the tower, shaking shit up. We had the awakening that came out in the arc of that. We had the awakening that came out, and it's like new habits, new lifestyle. So 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands, clarifying news. More swords, 3 of Swords. More swords, more air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And so we had that King of Swords, and now we got this one right here with this 3 of Swords. Now this talks about, you know what I'm saying, this could be heartbreak and betrayal. And in this one, you see the 2 swords are in the heart, and 1 is moving forward. That's cool. We got this 1 that's moving forward. And even though this sword has, even though this heart has 2 swords in it, like for me, I'd say like my uncle and my ex, you know what I'm saying, betraying me and backstabbing me. It's still, there's this one out here, because we also had that 7 of Swords that kind of just popped up, just moving forward. Regardless, right? Regardless. All right, next. The Devil, that Queen of Cups, and no, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. Let's clarify that. So we got 2 court cards. 1, the Queen of Pentacles, and then we got the King of Swords. So with this Devil, Queen of Pentacles, and 6 of Cups. Now we got this 5 of Pentacles. So this row is definitely heavy. This row right here, heavy on the earth in your manifestations. Devil, Queen of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, and then the 5 of Pentacles. Now the 5 of Pentacles, you know what I'm saying, they talk about abandonment, being left out in the cold. More Pentacles, Earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn. And you know what I'm saying, like, right now, it's winter time, right? And I'm in the cold, in the Jeep. But what could they do? They could go into this church or this building right here and go be warm. You know what I'm saying? They're battered and bruised. They could go out into the side of this building, but they're not. They're outside. And one person is blindfolded and one person isn't. And again, is where would you rather be? Is where would you rather be? What if they're happy outside the cool? They would rather be there, right? Maybe that's where they're free. And inside, that's where, even though inside is warm, stable, that's not where they emotionally are fulfilled. Maybe. Like, that was my one freestyle, right? What if, I keep saying it, right? Being in a stable life, I gotta have a stable life with career teaching. Oh, and even in my book. I ain't even talking about my book today. Tangential Thoughts is a guided journal that you can purchase on Amazon. It's filled with quotes and pictures. Some of the quotes you've heard, some of the quotes I heard in conversation. And it was funny because on this page right here, right, it said, JOB is an acronym for Just Over Broke. Robert T. Kiyosaki. Yet, I'm living paycheck to paycheck in my career. Make it make sense. Sense as in sense, as in dollars, sense, money, sense, or sense as in smell sense. Make it make sense. Living paycheck to paycheck in my career. JOB is an acronym for Just Over Broke. But I was like, I'm living paycheck to paycheck in my career. And so I was like, a stable lifestyle with y'all in this box, in this school, meant that wasn't stability for me. That wasn't fulfilling for me. And so that's not where I wanted to be. I would rather be out in the cold right here, right now. It's a Monday, right? So technically I could be in school right now. I would have to be dressed up, suit and tie, trying to get niggas to do work, trying to get people to do math, or I could be here making my videos and content because that's more emotionally fulfilling to me, and that's the lifestyle that I'm nurturing here. That's the lifestyle that I'm nurturing here. And it's like, I would rather be homeless than to be around certain people or to allow certain people to have access to me. I'd rather be out in the cold than inside. A stable life for me meant being unstable emotionally because I have to be around y'all. I have to live up to y'all expectations. I gotta live up to y'all judgment, y'all own fear, doubt, and worry that y'all trying to project onto me. Y'all feel safe, and I feel whatever. I'm feeling a certain way. So I would rather live this way because I can at least do my art. I can at least live freely. I can wear what I want to wear. I don't have to be inside of a school and talk a certain way. I can be out here. I can just be making my videos. I can talk how I want to talk. I can dress how I want to dress. And that's why I turned down the opportunity today. I could have made money today. You know what I'm saying? And I decided not to because they said, she came to me and said, you gotta shade this. What? I said, these people will never see me a day in their life again. Why do I have to shave for them? She said, you can't come in there wearing some rips in your pants. Why do I have, I'm going to be doing more physical labor than whatever, and you want me to dress up? I gave all my dress clothes away to the Goodwill. I don't even have that many dress clothes to wear. So why would I, if I gave up a life where I had to dress a certain way, talk a certain way, why would I then put myself back in a position where I had to dress up, work harder than somebody else, and fear and judgment because of we're going to a fancy place? I don't care about them people. Why do I have to dress? Why would I put myself in a situation that's going to compromise my own integrity of who I am? We had the reflector come out. Why would I do that? It's like, I'm just not going to put myself in that position. It's like, forget it. I could have made money I could use that money to buy more art and do more shit, but I would have compromised myself. And I was like, in the long run, I don't need that opportunity. I'll find another one and I'll be okay. And then last one we're clarifying is King of Swords and Judgment. King of Swords and Judgment. And this is that Empress energy. And the one thing that you don't like about this, because what somebody said, it's also patience behind this, because she's just sitting back and you see the water flowing here. And so that again refers to our emotions, and everything is growing. Everything is growing around her. Everything is growing around her. So again, that you got to have faith. You got to have faith in to just think that, man, if I turn this opportunity down, will I have another opportunity that's going to better align with me? You got to know it. You got to know it. You got to know. You got to, if it's chess, not checkers, you got to be able to sacrifice certain pieces. You got to be able to sacrifice an opportunity. And you just got to know and intellectually, like, okay, if I turn down this opportunity, how else can I set myself up to still wake up to this new lifestyle and abundance that we have towards us? And sometimes you have to be patient and wait for that right moment and opportunity, because it's coming. And those two, Judgment and Empress, are both divine. And then we got another court. You know, see that Page of Cups right there. The Page of Cups there. And you see, is he imagining the fish there? And if it's not, what are you going to do with the fish that's in this cup? And so pages also refer to younger, playful energy, pets, children, just needing to be able to play with the ideas, you know what I'm saying? Because that's going to be more emotionally fulfilling. Whew. All right. That was the read. That was the read. All right, so I have to spend the rest. I got to take the rest of this time to go ahead and work on my idea. I got to do the short. I have to record the rest of the visuals and edit this short. But I got enough time. The next video isn't going to premiere until 5:55 p.m. So please be on the lookout for that. I'll be having another short that's going to post before that. Yeah. So I'll be posting a short before that. I forgot what song I want to use. All right. So this has been another episode of Tangential Thoughts Chat Show. I'm your chief. I'm your spiritual guru. Life advice coach. So yeah, this has been another episode of Tangential Thoughts Chat Show. I'm your chief, JaHaRaa, and I'll see you on the next episode. Look out for my short. I'm gonna record the rest of the visuals for the short, and my 555th video will post at 5:55 p.m. and it's exactly 5 minutes and 55 seconds long. So please make sure you leave a like, comment on that. Just comment some fives on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Comment 555 on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So angel numbers. All right. Thank you for your time, energy, patience, and attention. And I'll see you on the next episode.